Yo, 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 what is up, guys? D Jose 101 here with a review, commentary, insight on Smackdown being live tonight on Sci-Fi for their season premiere. And I've got a co-host with me from WrestlingRevolution.com, a guy that is closely associated with Knox Pro. You guys need to go check out their channel. They are very, very awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you the one, the only, the incarcerated one, CJ Styles. Say what's up to the fans.
What is up, fans? It's a pleasure, my friend. Seriously, we've done a couple shows before in the past. It's been a while, and, I'm truly honored to go ahead and, do the show with you.
All right, guys, and how we're going to do this, we're going to do this ADTV style. We're going to bring you the three things that we liked and the three things that we didn't like of the show, and then with whatever time we have left, we're going to talk about what they should have done to make the show better. So, CJ, I'm going to let you go ahead and take off and go ahead and talk about the first thing that you did not like about SmackDown.
All right. Well, unfortunately, we said the top three, but I did have 5 things I didn't like. But let's just break it down to the top 3. My third one coming in flat out with Nexus throughout the whole show. I mean, Nexus, first of all, they killed the Intercontinental Championship match to start off the show, which I really liked. They start off the show really good with an IC match. I was liking that, digging it with, Ziggler and MVP. They do a beatdown. Of course, they're going to be on SmackDown. I didn't like it, because the fact that they just kept jobbing out throughout the whole night. Other than that 5-on-1 submission, which we'll get to that later, on Big Show, it just seemed like Nexus were just a bunch of fucking lackeys, and the only time they get the advantage, my friend DOJ, is it seems like when they have the advantage, if the numbers are out, 3-on-2, or even then they'll leave. It's going to be like a 2-on-1 scenario. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's just the way I feel about it. Nexus, I don't know. This whole Cena Nexus thing, at this point, I think they're going to kill it at Hell in a Cell.
Okay, and, I personally think, all right, coming in at my number 3, this is totally different from yours. I didn't like the Diva thing. I mean, the Divas coming out, Natalya, Kelly, the Bella Twins, and they faced Michelle McCool, Layla, Maurice, and Alicia Fox in an 8-Diva tag match. It was just okay, but Vince, come on, man. Do you really have to give us this shit with the Divas being watered down so much that, they don't even get enough decent time? It just kind of ruins the Divas division even more than it already has. But anyway, Natalya locked in the sharpshooter. I believe if it was Michelle McCool, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's what happened, and I didn't like it because it just didn't get enough time. So that would be my third thing coming in.
No worries. I'm not sure if it was McCool or not, but she also did a beautiful Mikinoshu driver as well earlier in the match. Of course, Natalya. I mean, she's just fucking phenomenal. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. They should have been given more time. I mean, you have 8 Divas out there. Give them 5 minutes. I mean, there wasn't that much wrestling in the show that was that long. My number 2, my friend DOJ, is Punk straight out jobs to Taker, and I mean jobs. I mean, what was this, 2 months ago, my friend, that, he had a beautiful match with him. Night of Champions, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, CM Punk is a talent on SmackDown. He is the number 1 heel in that brand right now. And for him to job the Taker, literally like fucking Barry Horowitz or the Brooklyn Brawler, it's just fucking disturbing to me.
Right.
That's all I got.
And it's like, okay, actually, my number 2 would have to be probably CM Punk and The Undertaker. I mean, I was wanting this to be a good back-and-forth solid match. I mean, CM Punk, he got a little offense in. He hit a botched bulldog. He kind of fucked that up. But, it's like the return of Paul Bearer, it rejuvenated The Undertaker. So from a storyline standpoint, it made sense. But, however, it's like it just further de-pushes CM Punk, in my opinion. And that was actually my second thing as well.
Awesome. So I get number 1, my friend?
Right.
All right, let's go right into it. Number 1, well, another job match. Cody. Why did Cody Rhodes have to wrestle Randy Orton? I've said this on my show before. I'm sure you heard this. They should have not have wrestled for at least a year. All of a sudden, the first time that you see Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton on a premiere episode of fucking Smackdown on Sci-Fi, and goddamn it, he jobs and looks like a bitch. Yeah, he got in some offense, a little more than Punk did on Undertaker, but nevertheless, I mean, really? Really? I mean, fucking horrible. Back to you, my friend.
Cody Rhodes, honestly, you know, jobbing to Undertaker. This was something that was absolutely ridiculous, you know. Or Randy Orton, I'm sorry. You could tell I'm kind of tired of my people.
No worries. You covered yourself. Good job.
But it's like, okay, Randy Orton beating Cody Rhodes. If anything, it should have been Drew McIntyre. And this is my number one thing. Drew McIntyre should have got in there and dominated Randy Orton and beat the piss out of Randy Orton. And then you could have had Randy Orton come out of nowhere with an RKO and lay out Drew McIntyre and then lay out Cody Rhodes just because that would fit the Randy Orton character really, really well. But they had to go and they had to fuck it up by having Cody Rhodes go in there and just get buried by Randy Orton. Honestly.
And then on top of that, I don't mean to cut you off, but this is a perfect follow-up here. I mean, to have, you know, Drew McIntyre try to come in after the match and hit his Kobayashi double unhook DDT, only to have Orton job that out and fucking, you know, hit him with an RKO. I mean, it made both of them look weak. Again, Vince making the tag team champions look weak, which they shouldn't even be tag team champs anyways. They should each have singles belts, you know. You know what I'm saying, bro. I mean, this is just, it's crap. I mean, I understand he's the new Stone Cold, but there has to be some kinks in his armor. You know what I'm saying? He has to get beat down a little. Remember Hogan back in the day, not Ultimate Warrior, but, you know, Bret Hart, all the old legends, you would get beat down and then come back. Randy Orton's not getting beat down. He's just kicking everyone's ass, and it just makes it unbelievable.
Right. Okay, and now we are going to go to the top 3 things that we actually enjoyed about SmackDown. I would have to say...
Are we really?
What?
I said, are we really?
Yep, now we have to go into the 3 top things that we enjoyed. It seems like SmackDown, it was okay tonight, but it kind of sucked because it was also short with a lot of the matches. That's what I also kind of didn't like. But the third thing that I actually think I enjoyed was the Alberto Rey Mysterio bit. I mean, that was kind of awesome. For standard PG, it worked. Alberto Del Rio, he's a great heel. He's got probably the most badass entrance of anybody that I've seen since JBL back in the day. And, you know, Alberto brought out this little dog, and then Rey Mysterio just came out and kicked Alberto's ass. It was kind of awesome. So that would be the third thing that I liked.
You know, I mean, I'm kind of going on the same... whatever. Basically, I'm thinking the same thing you are as far as number 3. It's a little before that, though. I like Swagger's promo. I like Swagger coming out to, you know, the OU's marching band. I mean, Boomer Sooner. I mean, because you knew JR wasn't going to be there. It was totally awesome. I love the fucking Swagger soaring eagle. I mean, I did. I really liked that shit. I like the fact that, you know, Edge came down and you know, beat the shit out of the eagle. I just want to know if the eagle was Ricardo Rodriguez. You know, I don't know. He just signed a new contract. But, you know, I just like it. I like the whole promo, the whole fact that he's saying Texas is going to beat OU this Saturday. And you're a football fan like I am. I mean, didn't UCLA just beat the shit out of Texas?
Yeah.
You know? And I like UCLA. UCLA fucking sucks. And they murdered him in fucking Texas. So, I mean, that's just a beautiful heel tactic by Swagger. I actually like the promo. The whole King of Oklahoma, you know, good job by Swagger. That's my number 3.
All right, my number 2 would actually have to be the Jack Swagger promo. I mean, it was just hilarious. Swagger got great heat on him tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully this is his way of momentum to come up. I want to see Swagger get elevated up. I don't want to see him going back down. He was delegated to fight in the Big Show, and now it's just like, hopefully this is Swagger's momentum back up. Hopefully he could just do great things for the WWE, continue to do great things, continue to have great feuds with people. But the question is now, like, what is he going to do? Who is he going to face? You know, that kind of thing. And the thing that kind of confused me was Edge. What the hell was that? I mean, I know he's a heel, but to me that made no sense. But I still liked it overall. So that would be my choice right there. All right, take the lead.
No worries. All right, well, let me come in with number 2 here. I'm not sure how we're doing on time here. You can let me know here, Mr. Host.
We are at 10 minutes and 5 seconds.
Oh, we got 3 minutes and 5 seconds left?
No, we have 5 minutes left, like less than 5 minutes.
Oh, okay, good. Just give me like a 1 minute warning. You know, that's cool.
Okay.
All right, so let's go in here to my number 2. I got 5 things that I like, but number 2 would have to be, I like the 5-on-1 submission by Nexus. I know I was bagging on him earlier throughout the show, but you got to admit, on Big Show, that 5-on-1 submission, that was fucking pretty cool. I brought K-Ross in the room, and he checked that out. He was just busting up laughing. I mean, the fact that he can't tap, I mean, it's just funny. I mean, that was pretty fucking cool. That's my number 2.
Ric Flair and Dana White must be really, really proud. And that would actually have to be my thing as well. You know, the submission thing, that was awesome. Granted, Nexus is really not as relevant as we'd like them to be, but they're kind of finding new ways to still be a part of the show and still be there. The gang banging all these guys kind of thing is getting old, but as long as they can do something new every now and again, it'll still keep them somewhat relevant. So that would be my choice. All right, and we got one more thing.
All right. Okay, so what do you got for number 1? I think I cut you off there. I think you were supposed to go first. So why don't you go ahead? You want me to do number 1?
You can go ahead.
Okay, because I don't even know what happened to number 1. I got 3 of them left here. You know, it's all pretty equal. I have to say a combination of 3. I'm going to make it quick here. Ray Barrett's promo for, pushing a pay-per-view match. I like the fact that they emphasized the fact that the pay-per-view was this Sunday. He did a good job delivering it. Granted, you have 2 weeks away. I understand that. I also like the IC title match to start off the show. Again, it was great. You had the little ring entry, outside the ring entrance. You have the intro of the show, bam, right into the match. I like that. I also like Sheamus' beatdown of Orton. Again, I batted on Orton earlier for not getting beat down, but Sheamus did do a good job of beating him down, at least give some kind of, believability to him actually trying to regain the belt, which we know is not going to happen at Night of Champions.
All right, and I would have to say my number 1 thing would be the Taker-Kane build-up. I mean, I know this feud, it's been going on and off like a faucet for about 13 years or so. And you want to know the ironic thing? This Sunday, October 3rd, this is the 13th year that Kane actually debuted in the WWE. I bet not many people remember that.
Nice. Very nice, DOZ. I like that. Good information, man. Awesome.
I mean, like, okay, Taker-Kane, you all know the story. I mean, this feud is not as good as years past. Everybody knows this, but, I think here's what's going to happen at Hell in a Cell with the way SmackDown went off the air tonight. I'd like to see Paul Bearer turn on The Undertaker, and the reason being is for those of you who are historians like myself, like ADTV and The Revolution.
I agree.
For those of you that have been watching since like 2004, remember the time that The Undertaker buried Paul Bearer in cement? They need to play off of that. And then they need to find out why The Undertaker did it and, what would be the motive behind that. That would be my suggestion. But overall, SmackDown tonight was pretty solid. And it wasn't really all that great, but it was still a solid show, and I would recommend checking it out.
Okay. What would you give it on a 1 to 10 scale? That's what we do on the AD. I'll start off by giving it, I'm going to have to say, honestly, a 5.5. Middle of the road, thumbs in the middle for me.
Yeah, I would probably have to say about a 5.5 as well, just because it was like, it was okay, but a lot of the matches were really, really short, which kind of ruined it for me tonight. I mean, it just didn't have that SmackDown feel. It felt like it was too much of a Raw at the same time. Like, a lot of it was so damn short that it wasn't even funny. But, I got to say that this was a pleasure having you on the show, fans. You need to check these guys out. They know what they're talking about. CJ Styles and K-Ross. They talked to wrestlers that, you know, they know, Rikishi, Gangrel, they're associated with Knox Pro. I can't give away too much information, but you need to go check these guys out. Guys, definitely, please subscribe to ADTV.
It's the other way around, my friend. You are the one, you know, even though I am a host of your show, I want to get you a lot of subscribers as well.
We've got like 5 seconds, man. We got to wrap this up, guys. Sorry to cut you off. Peace out.